Well, good afternoon. We've got a shaky camera at times in Grand Forks and in other places as well because of the wind that's cranking up with our developing system here in the valley. You can see our camera shaking just a little bit in Grand Forks with the clouds passing overhead as well in that area. We do have a couple of showers in the vicinity that are racing northward and more on the way. You can see that there's plenty of them down in the southern end of the valley moving pretty quickly here as we're making our way through the afternoon. So they're going to quickly push northward. We'll get a break after that, and we'll see more rain later tonight. So this is going to be one of those days where we're going to have to keep an eye out all day long for rain, and you can of course keep an eye on that on the VNL weather app. And here's a look at the latest radar in the southern end of the valley. We paused it because it was moving so quickly. Lidgerwood area, specifically Richland County, seeing quite a bit of rain back down toward just north of Wheaton. Again, this is moving northeast, so that is moving into Wilkin County. Some heavier rain at times along I-94 between Fergus and Barnesville. There's a couple of cells in Detroit Lakes or north of town now toward the Callaway area, and then also into Clay County. You've had some lightning with them. Those are not looking as impressive as they did when they initially developed, but again, still potential for some lightning with those. And then for Fargo-Moorhead, it's dry right now, but this rain's all moving northward, so eventually we'll see more rain in that area. And then in Grand Forks, it's just pretty much windy. We do have those cells north of town that are moving north. Here's a look at our winds. We are seeing wind out of the south, gusts into the 30s right now. A gust in Fargo to 30, Grand Forks 30. We've got a gust to 33 in Thief River Falls. We'll likely see more of that as the day goes on. Check out these temperatures. We're already at the 80s again today in places like Crookston and in Baudette. It's 82 degrees in Roseau, so very warm start to our afternoon. 78 in Fargo and Grand Forks. You can see the much cooler air out to the west. And making our way into the afternoon, this rain that we're seeing now lifts northward. That races north. By 4 o'clock, a lot of places are in a bit of a break. Temperatures 70s to some low 80s. And then into the evening hours, we'll see that next round move in. So this is 6 p.m. Not a lot going on at that time on our forecast model here. I do think there is the potential we could be seeing something happening at that point, but the greater likelihood will be as the evening goes on. Temperatures in that time frame into the 60s and 70s, and then or 70s and 80s, then turning to the 60s and 70s heading into the late night hours tonight. And you can see a large area of rain and thunder. Right now, the focus for the heavier rain looks to be along the Red River and east. We'll still have the potential for some thunderstorm development in eastern North Dakota, but that widespread rain is more into Minnesota right now. And this is overnight and into tomorrow morning. This is 4 a.m. on Wednesday. Just as we're getting ready to start the valley today, we'll still be tracking some rain with this system. Eventually, it does depart. Here's some good news. The threat for severe weather looks a lot less, and the Storm Prediction Center has reduced our threat down to just non-severe thunderstorms for most areas. Still, parts of the southern valley will want to watch out for a stronger storm or two. Now, let's move into the next round. So Wednesday, we're going to get a little break during the daytime, and then here comes this next round as this next low moves through. Several bands moving through during the evening hours on Wednesday, and then into Thursday morning, we see this area of rain and wind sweep through, and that wind's turning northwesterly. It's bringing in some colder air, and that's right, you see it. There's blue on the map. There is the potential we could see a little rain try to mix over to a flake or two. Don't let this scare you. It's a possibility on Thursday night into Friday morning. Remember, the ground is very warm. It's not going to stick, and it won't be as much that we would expect it to stick. It's just, just want to warn you, you might see a flake on Friday morning in a couple of spots. And then after that, we're looking at Saturday morning being the morning where we're coldest with the potential for some frost for us on Saturday. And after that, we recover. So ups and downs here, yeah. And definitely big swings this week.
Yeah, and thank you for mentioning the word "we recover" from that, because you don't want us to think, oh my gosh, the S word is definitely going to be here. But
yeah, and it's only going to be a couple of spots. The precip itself will be winding down, so there won't be much anyway. But I just want to give you that heads up because we haven't seen that yet this season.
Exactly. Yep. Lisa, thank you.